Hello and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and I'm back with your bite-sized preview for Chelsea versus Aston Villa on Sunday, 24th of September, 2 p.m. kickoff at Stamford Bridge. And it is a great chance for Villa to get back to winning ways after a disappointing night on Thursday in the Europa Conference League where we lost to Legia Warsaw. And yeah, it's a great chance to get back to push up the table. Um, we're going to cover probable lineups. We're going to cover some key battles. We're going to look at some key facts around the game, and also take a look at some players who have played for both clubs, as well as getting my score prediction at the end, and you guys in the comments with your score prediction. So stick around to the end to find out what I think the score and who will score in this game. First of all, though, finally we have hit 2,400 subscribers. Thank you all for your support. It is much, much appreciated, but we don't want to stop there. We want to head to 3K. So, guys, hit that like button, help us spread the word of the channel, and do subscribe to the channel if you are new or if you haven't subscribed already, and help us on the road to 3K. But yeah, we've finally done 2,400, so that's fantastic. So let's get into Chelsea v Villa now. I think it's a real opportunity for both clubs, really. I think to kind of kickstart not kickstart the season, but really see where their aims are for this season. Villa have won 3 out of the last 4 league games. However, they've been two of those have been Everton and Burnley, and obviously the comeback victory against Crystal Palace. The heavy defeat, was against Liverpool, and that was really a lesson for Villa of where they are at this moment in time in the season. And yeah, and I think beating Chelsea will show us that we are kind of in that potential top bracket and can really push on and kickstart the season. Chelsea, on the other hand, only have one win, and that was against Luton. And they've lost to Nottingham Forest at Stamford Bridge as well. They drew against Bournemouth away 0-0, so they haven't scored for a couple of games in the Premier League, and they're missing a lot of chances. And they will look at this as a game to, again, really kickstart their season and show that they can push into that top 7, top 6 if Villa are to be classed as that. So, yeah, it's a real kind of turning point game for both sides. Looking at kind of probable lineups and I guess some key battles. I'm looking at SofaScore for today. So just on this right hand side of the screen. So it's looking like for Chelsea, Sanchez in goal, Malo Gusto, Axel Disasi, Thiago Silva, and Levi Colwill across the back. Conor Gallagher and Caicedo is looking like he's going to make his return in midfield, and then Sterling, Fernandez, and Chilwell. Chilwell in a very advanced position there, and Nicholas Jackson up front. So Moises Caicedo is a key figure there for them. And I think Raheem Sterling will be kind of their main attacking threat, and he's actually had a decent start to the season. Villa, looking at Martinez in goal, Cash, Konsa, Torres, and Digne in there at left back, as SofaScore says. Luiz and Kamara in the holding positions, and then they've gone for Bailey, Diaby, McGinn, and Watkins. As I always say, that midfield battle is key, and if Kamara can keep Caicedo quiet, and Luiz can control the game and control possession, I think Fernandez likes to do that as well. But yeah, if he can control the game, I think that's key. And obviously, it's the battle of Jackson versus Torres. Whoever comes out on top there, they'll both know each other's games really well. And Ollie Watkins, can he get back and rediscover that goal scoring form? Obviously, scored last season at Stamford Bridge, a great goal in part of his huge goal, really, really excellent goal scoring run. So, yeah, it's some key battles there. It wasn't the team that I've gone for. I kind of thought that Zaniolo might start, and I also think Moreno might come in. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think, and that left hand side for Villa is key. Because we've really struggled. I mean, Digne has been great going forwards. Don't get me wrong, but some of his defending has been suspect, and we need to turn that around, because if we concede an early goal against these, it's going to be an uphill battle. But yeah, you guys let me know who you think will start, who deserves to get in the team. And does Moreno come in? Does Ramsey come in? Obviously back fit now. So that's going to be an interesting conundrum for Unai Emery. Um, little bit of other team news. So we've got no fresh injury concerns. Madueke might be back for Chelsea, as well as Mark Cucurella, and also Armando Broja, who's obviously strong from running forward, who can cause a lot of problems. So they've probably got other options because their bench looked very weak last week, and I think hopefully for their sake they're getting some players back. But yeah, Broha could be a key player. Um, Chelsea, though, have only won two of their 17 most recent league matches, and have only accrued 12 points during that time. So they are on really bad form, and they haven't really kicked on from last season. And I think Pochettino's probably got more work than he anticipated. They've only had 4 home league wins in the past 18, beating Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Leeds, and Luton. And their only victory last season in 20 top flight fixtures against teams that finished in the top half of the table was against Villa. And that was the 2-0 victory in October 2022. However, a bright spot for Chelsea is Pochettino has won his last 4 matches against Villa in all competitions. For us, we've only won one of our last 7 Premier League away games, which was at Burnley last month. And our only top flight clean sheet in 10 on the road came when we beat Chelsea 2-0 on the 1st of April. So when I was talking about goals conceded, we haven't had a clean sheet away from home for a long time. Our 5 Premier League fixtures have produced 21 goals. So we're definitely entertainers. Only second to Brighton, who have 22. And as I said before, Ollie Watkins has scored once in his past 12 league games, and that was directly following a run of 11 goals in his last 12. So if there's a time for him to get back onto goal scoring form, it is on Sunday. So yeah, Ollie, you don't want to make it. You don't want to make it 1 in 13. So let's get back on the goal scoring track. Little look at players who have played previously for Chelsea and Aston Villa. Obviously, one of the biggest names is John Terry. Was a fantastic servant to Chelsea. Made 717 appearances for Chelsea and won multiple trophies. Played for Villa from 2017 to 2018. Couldn't quite get us promoted, but I think he really took to Villa and did well for us. Obviously, he's a total Chelsea legend. Went on to coach at Villa as well under Dean Smith. So has got connections with both clubs, and I think probably holds Villa fondly, but Chelsea is obviously his team. Also, Scott Sinclair played for Chelsea from 2005 to 2010, and for Villa from 2015 to 2017. Carlton Cole at Chelsea from 2001 to 2006, came on loan to Villa in 2004. Ryan Bertrand played left back for Chelsea from 2006 to 2015 and came on loan to Villa in 2014. Joe Cole played from 2003 to 2010 for Chelsea and then came to Villa towards the end of his career from 2014 to 2016. And potentially a Villa legend, Andy Townsend. Obviously lifted the Carling Cup, lifted the League Cup twice. Once in '96, but was part of the team in '94. Played for Chelsea from 1990 to 1993, and for Villa from '93 to '97. So yeah, real good servant for Villa and an excellent captain. And finally, Mr. Carney Chukwuemeka, who recently left Villa to go to Chelsea for around £20 million. Obviously wanted that move to the quotes bigger club, and was actually doing well at the start of this season. Found himself in favour with Pochettino, but is injured at the moment, so I don't think we will see him in the game tomorrow. But yeah, some interesting players who've represented both clubs, and history going back quite a few years. And if there's any ones that I've missed, please let me know in the comments for any other kind of legends or classic players that have played for Chelsea and for Aston Villa. And now just to finish off my prediction, if anyone's watched yesterday's full match preview with George, you will already know, but please do check that out as well. We covered the Legia game and we covered lots and lots more detail about this upcoming game against Chelsea. But I'm going to say 2-1, and I'm going to say Watkins and Diaby to get the goals. I think it's going to be a tight game, but I do think Villa will come out on top and push into that top 6 and, 12 points from 6 games is a pretty decent return, and with other games to come against Brighton and Wolves, I think it's a real opportunity for us to kick on this season. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments, what your lineups would be, any players who represented both clubs, and finally your score predictions. And do please hit the like button on your way out and hit that subscribe button. Help us on the road to 3K. We've passed 2,400 now, so thank you for all your support, and thank you everyone for watching. And as always, remember, we all follow the Villa. Thank you.